It's taken 15 picks, but finally we can tee up a Canadian team about to make a selection, and that's the Vancouver Canucks. And their last 3 first-round selections were all from Sweden. Should we expect that Patrick Alvin and that pipeline continues with new head coach Adam Foote, or what are you expecting here with the Vancouver Canucks, who had a really disappointing season? They did boost their offense in the last 48 hours, picking up Evander Kane, but there's some work to do to rebuild this team.
Yeah, well, it's interesting because they don't have a ton of picks, and they haven't had a ton of picks over the last few years. In their last 5 drafts, they've had just 2 first-rounders. Lander was taken 23rd, 11th overall in 2023, and if you go back the year before that, Lekiramäki, another Swede, taken 15th overall in 2022. So they've just had 1 second-round pick the last 5 years, none in the last 3. So Todd Harvey and his group are sitting there saying, man, this is nice to have some picks here, and they're in the first half of the draft. They're still going to get a really, really good player here.
What I'm looking for here, guys, is for the franchise to reset the personality, if you know what I mean. It kind of went off the rails this year. The culture got lost, and it's hard to chase culture. So where you do it, you start from draft and develop. You build through that pipeline, if you will. They won in Abbotsford, a Calder Cup. They've got some great things happening there. But, Army, you got to get guys who want it, you know what I mean, to push it over the finish line.
Yeah, and a good pick, I think, here for them as well, with everything they've went through. You mentioned the last little while with their team. That Evander Kane comes in, Connor Garland extended now, and now a chance to kind of take a step with some of your guys, and this next pick will be one of those guys.
And don't sleep on the 15th overall pick. Look at some of the studs that have come from the 15 spot. Captains, goal scorers, winners, leaders, legends. Mike Bossy, one of the greatest players of all time. Joe Sakic. I mean,
that's crazy.
This is an unbelievable list. So, you know, when teams do their due diligence, as you've done in the past, Jason, and your time with Florida, I mean, you know, you have some stamp there on the last 2 championships. This isn't a throwaway pick, a nothing pick. This could be a centerpiece for a championship team in Vancouver if they make the right move.
Todd Harvey, this is where you make the big bucks as a scout. When you get into the, I call it the muddy middle of the draft, so 15, 16, you're not at the top, you're not at the bottom, you trade back, you trade up. There's lots of things that you have to factor into the equation, your strategy, if you will. But this is where a good scout, regional guys who are real fine directors, they do their due diligence. They dig deeper than anybody else to make it right.
And congratulations as well to Manny Malhotra and Abbotsford winning the Calder Cup just 4 days ago. So some good talent coming up the pipeline, and here is the pick for the Vancouver Canucks.
Making the pick for Vancouver, a member of the Triple Gold Club, strong on his skates, two-way winger, Mikhail Samuelsson.
What's up, LA? I'd like to thank LA for hosting this great event. Also want to give a shout out to all our fans back in Vancouver. Thank you for your support. Also want to say congrats to the Florida Panthers, back-to-back Stanley Cups. Very well done. All right. With the 15th selection in the 2025 NHL Draft, the Vancouver Canucks are proud to select from the Seattle Thunderbirds, Braeden Cootes.
Braeden Cootes selected by the Vancouver Canucks from Sherwood Park, Alberta. This guy has leadership written all over him. Captain in Seattle. Met with 27 teams. He also was the captain of Canada's U18 team, a bona fide leader for a team that's looking for more leadership.
And you know what? It started back when he was 15 years old. He was exposed to that 2023 WHL Championship Seattle Thunderbirds team, and that had produced a lot of first-round guys, a ton of guys. So they got a little time in between playoff rounds there. They play a 3-on-3 tournament. Everyone at 15 years old wants Coots on their team. So his 3-on-3 team ends up winning that little mini tournament. They go to the Memorial Cup, and after every game, they're gravitating around this guy, just like everybody has, just like he's doing in Seattle now, just like he did with Team Canada. The excitement, the energy, the passion, the compete that he plays with rubs off on everybody around him, and it started at 15 years old.
Well done, Todd Harvey. Well done. This is going to be one of the best picks in the middle of this draft and potentially in the first round of this draft class. He's not going to be a Misa. He's not going to be a Prondell. But you know what he's going to do? He's going to drive the bus for this franchise going forward. And when they get into Stanley Cup winning contention, and I know they're trying to get there right now, but in a couple of years when they're there with the youngsters that they got coming through, this kid here, he's going to be the future captain of the Vancouver Canucks. This is an awesome pick.
Were you a captain, by the way, when in the Dub?
Yeah, I was for a short time. I gave it up, let's just say.
Who got sick? Somebody gets sick.
I just felt another guy was more suited for the situation.
Well, he's the youngest captain in the WHL, so to bestow that on a draft-eligible player, you don't see that too frequently. It speaks volumes to who he is. Amazing.
Yeah. And another, think about the identity of Seattle, where we're talking Merca pick, and the way they play, hard-nosed style. Like, this guy is the way they play, and young leader, and your point, a great pick. Seattle, another first-round pick.
Jim Rutherford, Patrick Alvin, very pleased with this selection. Let's hear what they have to say with Coots.
Vancouver, we see you out there, and we see those big smiles about drafting this guy, Braeden Cootes. Why don't you say hello?
Hello, Braeden. Welcome back to the right side of the border again.
Thank you. I'm so thankful for this. I'm so excited.
What are Vancouver fans getting in this player?
Very excited to have you here in Vancouver. We're following you here the whole year. Your character, your ability to drive plays, compete, and your consistency, and playing as a right shot center, we believe there is a lot of upside with you here. So welcome to a tremendous franchise in Vancouver Canucks.
Thank you. I'm so excited.
And Mr. Samuelson, if you want to come in here as well, you played in this league at the top of your game for such a long time, now in player development with the team. How excited are you to see his growth in this organization?
Very, very excited. It's like all the players here are good players, but we have something special in this guy.
Congratulations. Welcome to Vancouver.
Thank you.
All right, Braeden Cootes, the player. Braeden Cootes, the analyst. Take a look and a listen.
I know what this is.
Yeah?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, this is on the penalty kill. I was just kind of got on that guy quick, made him kind of force a turnover and beat their two guys back to the net. And honestly, I knew that guy was probably going to hit me, maybe not that hard, but I knew I had to get it to the net. Made a quick reaction, just I knew I had to get it up, and kind of went flying into the net, but just trying to go as fast as I could, make a play.
Oh, what a clip. When I come to LA, when the Arm Dog's here, he's going dog hunting. That is a dog right there.
Let's hear him with Ailish.
Oh, you just said that guy's a beauty. Well, Army thinks that of you too. How's it feel to be a Vancouver Canuck?
It feels amazing. This is a dream come true, something that I've been waiting for my whole life. And, it's just the start, though, so excited to get going.
So is the party going on in Ireland? Because I know you told us your grandma was too nervous to come, and she is watching. So hopefully she stayed up past her bedtime, because look at you guys.
Yeah, she's awesome. But, yeah, I got some buddies back in Flowing Stone Lake that are watching right now, big crew there. But, yeah, all the people from Ireland as well. Mom's Irish, so this is a big day for our family. But, like I said, just the start.
Well, Rory wins the Masters. You get drafted in the first round of the NHL. Not much of a better year, right?
Yeah, my grandma, she's on a good streak. That was her highlight of the year, probably. Maybe this, but yeah, it's a loss for words right now.
Well, congratulations. Really great to see you in the Vancouver Canucks uniform.
Thank you again.
We'll send it to David Amber.